James Gunn totally brought DC to such a disgrace that not even Marvel can compete.
No.
And now we have this article here to prove it. And of course, we have to point out that we have never seen such degeneracy in DC.
Never.
Never. Like Peacemaker brought one of the worst explicit graphic scenes that we have ever seen in our lives. Not even in The Boys were they so bad. I mean, don't get us wrong, The Boys.
In The Boys, it works.
It works, and they are very bad. But here we have equally, if not worse, in Peacemaker, but we are talking about DC, and the DC universe is not supposed to be like this.
Yeah.
Especially when you have a movie called Superman that is made for all ages, and all of a sudden there is this mockery of a hero, quote unquote, an anti-hero, whatever, that James Gunn uses to push his racist propaganda. So that's another thing. Add this to the disgrace as well. And he also uses to push everything that he can think of in terms of horrible sexual stuff in it. So the only way that he understands superheroes is either number one, they're lame, which he proves with Superman and how he saw him, how he portrayed him, everything that Superman was in this movie as an immature child, more like Superboy, but not even that, kind of like even worse. And second, with Peacemaker, when he is unhinged completely and unleashed, he uses this particular character to not only change him, the way that he was in the comic books, because that's not Peacemaker. Oh, no. He used Peacemaker to push all of his degenerate, sexual, disgusting, I don't know what, fantasies, fetishes that he has in his head, and to create them on screen. And he thinks that that's character development. James Gunn, character development of degeneracy. So this is what we are dealing with. And now Logan can say something because I'm very passionate about this.
Well,
Logan.
My theory is that the only thing that James Gunn knows about superheroes is that he probably watched some corn adaptation with those heroes, because that thing exists actually. You know? So probably he saw that and decided, I'm going to make this, but now for all sorts of audiences. Yeah, indeed. I mean, the moment I heard when he announced that his slate and things like that, and he said that he would have the Peacemaker TV show, and then he wanted to do the Authority, which are a DC imprint actually, because the thing that you can read there is kind of more for mature audience, and they say, how are we doing those guys in the main universe? I hope that he'll never actually get the chance to do that. Hope that they'll fire him, especially after everything. Hell, Lenny, hell.
Lenny, hey.
Really, James Gunn is one of those people who apparently understand just the degeneracy of it all, and that's it. And he wants to push it in our faces.
Yeah. Yes, actually, literally in our faces, because there's a scene where, like, an alien or whatever is literally humping with his little pee-pee a guy in his helmet, directly in his face. And of course, the helmet is just glass, so you can see how he pushes his pee-pee directly where the guy's mouth is.
Supposed to be funny or something?
Where his mouth...
yeah. Yes.
So Peacemaker Season 2 suffers major rating drops as nearly 40% of viewers tune out.
Yes.
James Gunn's Peacemaker Season 2 is facing serious audience erosion, with multiple analytic sources confirming a steep decline in ratings across the season. What began as a promising follow-up to the acclaimed first season has quickly turned into one of the biggest ratings slides for a DC property on streaming. Well, I have to add here that the first season, I don't know how it was critically acclaimed or whatever, because it was crap. We didn't even finish it. No. It was also degenerate and disgusting. This second season just brought it to a whole new level of horrible. So whole new level. I mean, the level is so new, and it's so low. I mean, it's like sinking into hell from degeneracy. I don't know where they get this. We know that the Rotten Tomatoes scores are very high, but for goodness sakes, we know that Rotten Tomatoes is
Who
not
believes in them anymore?
anything like
I mean, yeah.
leftists
Yeah.
score that thing. So, for the most part, I mean,
Just
like
just
more
because we have a great
degenerate people.
comment, here Tyler know the kid James, a gun that constantly misfires. Well
That
done, sir.
That's
Well,
perfection.
on a
That's
t-shirt,
perfection.
on a
On a
t-shirt.
t-shirt, Tylenol, Tylenol, that's great.
Hey,
High
Walt.
vote, high vote. Yes, we are nerds. According to Samba TV data, the Peacemaker Season 2 premiere initially outperformed the Season 1 finale ratings by roughly 22%, drawing strong curiosity from DC fans fresh of the theatrical release of Superman, who are eager to see how the series would connect to Gunn's wider DC Universe reboot. And yes, let me remind everyone that James Gunn promised some things, like major stuff happening at the end of Peacemaker Season 2, so it's gonna connect and have impact on the DC Universe as a whole, and Superman is a continuation of Superman. And guess what? Nothing. He lied again. He lied.
Alien humping the guy in the face? The
That's
big thing
very
that
significant.
connected everything, that his pee connected the two
Yeah,
movies,
the
or
pee-pee.
the pee
His
connected.
pee-pee connected to the face. Yes,
Okay.
totally.
Great.
Samba TV from Twitter, Peacemaker Season 2 brought a swirl of mixed reactions from DC fans. So how did the season finale? 400, oh my god, 435k US households watched the finale episode over its first 4 hours on HBO Max. Oh my god, that's so bad.
That's very bad. Very, very
US household watched the finale. I mean, for comparison, guys, like way back when the times were amazing, when Xena Water Princess was on, Xena had like 8 million views per episode. 8 million. Like, let that sink in. Now, most shows can't even do 2. And if they do 3, they're like, wow, what a success. 8 million, guys. 8 million. Okay.
And so some people might say that that's actually a great number, and that is the most watched thing on over at HBO Max, but that's just because there was literally nothing new on it.
Yeah.
And still that's not a big number. And still, for example, on HBO Max you can find way better quality shows to watch, or even rewatch, like for example Batman the Animated Series or Superman the Animated Series. Real DC stuff.
Yeah, real DC
Real
stuff.
DC
Not
stuff.
like this, which is a mockery, a parody, and a disgrace. Let's not forget. And there's so many YouTube videos that have higher viewer count than this.
Totally.
Like most top YouTubers have millions on a video. This is chicken nuggets in comparison. So, by the end of this run, however, viewership had fallen dramatically. Samba TV's 4-day measurement period for the season 2 finale showed approximately 435,000 US households, down 39% from the season 2 premiere, 713,000, and 25.5 lower than the first season finale, 584,000. Missing from major streaming charts. Despite solid anticipation going in, Peacemaker Season 2 failed to appear on the Nielsen Top 10 ratings for streaming originals at any point during its release window. Independent tracking by Samba TV indicated that by episode 4, the series had slipped to around number 16 overall among streaming originals.
Stop the presses.
Stop the freaking
Stop
press.
the presses. You mean, George?
Yes, George.
That this outstanding orgy in the first episode of season 2 didn't make people watch the show?
No,
Oh boy.
absolutely not.
Oh boy.
I guess if they want to watch an orgy, it's not in a Disney property.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't think so. So, number 1 is Wednesday. To us, will deserve. We just totally love Wednesday.
Totally,
it's amazing.
totally love it. Great show.
Like every second with Catherine Zeta-Jones on the screen is mesmerizing.
Real acting and real dialogue, unlike in Peacemaker.
A real gravitas.
Yes.
Even the actress that plays Wednesday, Grandma, it's absolutely a joy to behold on screen.
Even the guy who plays Gomez is great.
Yeah, actually, yeah, although he's so disgusting.
But he's supposed to be disgusting.
Yeah. I know. The rest of these shows... we don't actually watch.
No.
We tried
Yeah.
Alien Earth, the first episode, we didn't like it, so
Yeah,
there's
no,
that.
no.
The decline suggests limited staying power beyond its dedicated fan base and highlights that while Peacemaker continues to receive positive critical notices, mainstream engagement has dropped sharply compared with other superhero fare like DC's Penguin. I mean, critical notices, positive critical. That's nonsense. That's so fabricated.
That's so
I can't
fabricated,
even. Did you
indeed.
know that
Yeah.
what John Cena is doing here is actually showing the Hitler sign?
Yeah, we can see it even now. Now
Yeah,
I actually see it even clearer. Yeah.
yeah. He's doing this and then
Jesus
he
Christ.
switches the arms
Yeah,
and
yeah.
becomes that. And this was copied in Fortnite without the
Jesus
people that
Christ.
were doing animation, the animations realizing it. And this was shown to millions of kids before they realized, oh, maybe we should kind of take this
Take
down
this
from
down because you
Fortnite.
know
Nazi
kids are
sign.
playing that. Yeah.
So there's so many things in this show that were horrendously obvious that James Gunn is pushing Nazi propaganda and racism. Because as we all know, if you have two brain cells, when you push that someone or something is racist, when you imply, especially in that sixth episode, that in another universe, America, like everybody are racist, they chase black people like they are the scum of the earth. You're actively conditioning, like what's the word for that? Like brainwashing people to feel that this is how it is. Obviously it's not, and the facts are totally different, but this is active propaganda. This is how conditioning literally and brainwashing starts. When nobody thought about race like before 2016, basically. Like most people just watch movies with all people in them. Like we have stars that are Asian, like Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee before him, like so many others, freaking Will Smith, Eddie Murphy, like Whitney Houston from the musical side of things, like so many, they're endless. I can just go on and on and on and on. And nobody thought for a second that they are like they're like a different race. They're just artists. They're just the actor or the singer. Yeah. That's how we feel. That's how we thought. And after that, everybody was like, racist, you're racist, propaganda. And we're like, what?
Yeah, it was never, for example, in Daredevil, when we had the Michael Clark Duncan playing Kingpin,
we didn't even notice.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, he was supposed to be white, but because the casting was so good, nobody complained. It was like organically done, basically. Not that I'm totally not for race bending any character. It should be like a new universal rule that you do not change a character, because if you change a character, this is no longer this character. And if you like to have a character that's kind of like this character or that character, you just try to make your own original character and then make them black, white, Asian, mix, whatever you wish, Eskimo, who cares? But make it yours. Do not change what we already have, because again, when you change what we already have, it's no longer this character. You cannot say it's a version of the character. There's no such thing.
There's no such thing, yeah.
Once we have the established qualities, what defines someone, let's say Superman, we know who Superman is. He's a white guy from Krypton with blue eyes and black hair and big muscles, because this is his genes and all of that. He has virtues, he has qualities, all those things. We know those things. All his powers, we also have a consensus, like through the years, we know which of his powers are like fully established and like concrete, like his heat vision, his freeze breath, his heat vision. I said heat vision. Yes. Super strength and super hearing, seeing through walls. Those are like concrete. We know that he can do that. We know that he cannot turn back time. That's not canon. So we know certain qualities and powers of heroes, and they should stay the way that they are, because especially when something is established for years and it's repeated multiple times, whichever qualities and powers are repeated or whatever, those are now well known to be the canon, the established whatever makes the hero a hero, whatever qualities and powers makes them that. Exactly. So that cannot be changed. Like end of story.
And for goodness sake, stop making the the character playing the actor himself, not just the actor should play the character and the character should not become the actor.
Yeah, exactly.
And things like I love Invincible, but really things like because the guy who is voicing him, Steven Yeun, I think it was his name, is half Korean, and that's why they draw him, Mark, also half Korean, and Sandra Oh, who is half Korean and is voicing his mom, it's also drawn to look like her. They literally look like themselves, by the way. I said, Jesus Christ, okay, I love the show, but really stop doing that.
Yeah, it's
Stop
ridiculous.
doing that.
It's ridiculous.
We don't need that, really.
So, critical praise, audience frustration. Critics continue to review the second season favorably, with Rotten Tomatoes listing score above 95%, yet audience sentiment has been more divided with 42% score on Criticless. What the heck is Criticless?
Maybe it's a new site.
Jesus. Viewers cited inconsistent pacing, a lack of clear resolution, and tonal clashes between drama and satire. The season 2 finale, titled Full Nielsen, currently sits at 6.7 out of 10 on IMDb, the lowest rating for any episode to date.
Nice.
Gunn publicly responded to the criticism, telling Games Radar that he loves the episode but understands not everybody does. An acknowledgement that even supporters of the first season found the new tone and structure less compelling.
Jesus Christ. The first season, okay, I understand that some people like that, let's say. I passed out after episode 6. I was ready to do it after episode 2 when I saw how John Cena literally bangs a hooker.
Oh no! I forgot about that.
While screaming freedom and stuff like that.
That was disgusting.
Anyway, but I decided to give it a chance. But still, it still had the same stupid ass dialogue, and again, all the characters were done idiotic.
Idiotic.
They were just not themselves.
Like
I don't
the best
know how.
character's the bird.
Actually, that's the best one. Yeah. When he cooks it, that's it.
Okay, we really gotta move on.
Continue.
So, why the premiere was inflated? It's possible early numbers were partially boosted by crossover interest from Gunn's feature film Superman, which had premiered only weeks earlier. Many fans likely checked out Peacemaker, expecting similar storytelling and production quality tied to the new DC rollout. Instead, the season 2 premiere delivered the show's trademark brand of crude humor and graphic content, including extant male nudity that caught some viewers off guard. A large portion of the broader DC audience may have sampled the premiere and decided not to return. Exactly what we did.
Exactly.
Contributing to the nearly 40% loss by the finale. Finale sets up future DC storylines. Though the finale drew fewer viewers, it positioned the show as a key connective tissue from Gunn's expanding DC universe. The closing scenes standed John Cena's Peacemaker character in a mysterious realm called Salvation, laying groundwork for other upcoming DC projects such as Lantern, Supergirl, and Man of Tomorrow. Yeah, sure.
Which I hope we never see.
David Cornswright and John Cena in costume as Superman and Peacemaker in a selfie of the set of Peacemaker. But I know that was not in the movie.
But he wasn't there.
In the show.
Yeah.
In the Time of Weekly reported Guns deliberately structured the season to feed directly into the future of DC titles rather than conclude the show's own arcs, a choice that pleased some fans but frustrated others, hoping for a self-contained narrative. No immediate plans for Peacemaker Season 3. Oh yes, the show will not happen.
Why.
While Gunn has not ruled out a future return, he told the Decider that right now, no third season is in development. He described the current focus as being about the wider DCU, hinting that Peacemaker may live on through crossovers or cameo appearances rather than another standalone run. People magazine similarly reported that Peacemaker is being treated as a part of the broader continuity rather than an ongoing series, making a strategic shift away from the character-driven streaming model of the early DC Studios era. the broader implications. The collapse of Peacemaker Season 2's ratings adds pressure to Gunn's evolving DC Universe blueprint. After mixed reception to Superman and now a declining flagship series, Warner Bros. Discovery faces questions about audience appetite for the new continuity. Whether the DC can rebuild momentum through its upcoming projects, or whether Peacemaker Season 2 becomes a cautionary tale about tonal imbalance and franchise fatigue remains to be seen. For now, the data shows one clear takeaway: enthusiasm may get viewers to the premiere, but keeping them through the finale is a far tougher mission. Well, that's the most, like, how to say this? They basically caressed James Gunn and Peacemaker with a feather. This
Yeah,
is so freaking not enough to say.
totally. Yeah. I
This
mean,
is too like.
I actually forget that even for the people who were interested in the first season, it was actually, I forgot to say that it was set still in the old universe with for Zack Snyder's universe, technically, because back then, in the end, we have the Justice League from there to appear. So people were still connected with that much more interesting universe,
Exactly.
which then he retconned somehow, you know. So really, that's a full drop for Full Nelson, actually, which I think it was WWE thingy, Full Nelson, like a
I don't
move or
know.
something. But yeah,
I don't know. Who
so
cares?
Peacemaker just falls flat.
Yeah.
Indeed.
So let's get to the comments because we have to get to the next topic, guys. But basically, yeah, what I want to finish saying is that they should write more about how horrible and degenerate this is. What a disgrace it is, because it is
Exactly.
like they're being too light on it. That they are taking it easy on it. Like what are you doing? Like I mean, the point is that a DC property that's connected to another, it's supposed to be a continuation and connective tissue, whatever. It's not supposed to be having any other tone. It's not supposed to be having different ratings.
Exactly.
Is that supposed to be graphic if the previous wasn't? Like, that's no brainer. That's always how it was.
Not supposed to have a full-on orgy. Not supposed to have all those sexual talks inside. Not supposed to have.
It's not supposed to be the boys.
Exactly. James Gunn wants to do that basically. Give him to do the boys then.
I mean, when you
so much. I mean,
for example, when you watch whatever Marvel ever done, it's like for same ages, like for the same age kind of a thing, like throughout at least the live action stuff. So you gotta keep some kind of a cohesive continuity, consistency, whatever. Have to have class.
Exactly.
But James Gunn doesn't.
That stupid humor. You know, actually, Grace Lando said that she thinks her theory
She
that
thinks?
actually she thinks.
Since when?
Yeah, since this time.
Wow.
That
She thinks.
James Gunn is also, it's his fault for the failure of Marvel. Now her theory is
What?
Her theory is that before his Guardians of the Galaxy, Marvel were taking actually established directors, like, you know, Kenneth Branagh for Thor, and the guy who made Captain America, the first one, was also a famous director. But then with James Gunn, who was a loose cannon, they took a chance, and then something like he told them, you took a chance with me, why don't you take chances with other directors? And they that are kind of like me, and they started to use Taika Waititi, and I don't know who else, and that was their doom. Could be, but you know, I mean, it could be anything. Sounds pretty good as a theory. Maybe he didn't tell them, but maybe they decide, hey, that thing with James really worked out okay. But it worked out because he knows how to do characters that nobody knows or cares about, and they're like ensemble movie, and he cannot do it otherwise. He just can't.
He can't. Yeah, he can't.
That's it.
He's absolute cripple when it comes to bringing like one single character without like getting in 100 more and just making it a mishmash.
Yes.
And it works when he has like some kind of a guidance, like with the first Guardians of the Galaxy. He made a good movie there.
Yeah.
But once he's unleashed and he has all creative freedom,
Yeah, yeah.
he gets, I mean, he takes his hand, he
Shoves it.
shoves it
Yes.
into his pants, and he
Exactly.
flips out his Johnson.
Yes.
And that is what he
His
makes.
gun. His
Yeah,
James
his
gun.
gun. That's what he does. When he has
Yes.
creative freedom, he does this, and then he
Yes.
puts down his pants and
Exactly.
he turns to the camera and spread those cheeks.
Yes.
That's what he
Exactly.
does.
Spread
Sorry
those
about the visual image,
cheeks and
but that's
fly.
exactly what he does. That's
Exactly.
his creative freedom.
After that great note,
Donks
let's see
and
the
butts.
comments. Donks
Donks and butts.
donks and
James
badonka
Gunn.
donks.
On a t-shirt, donks and butts.
Yes. Hey, Christopher.
So, hey, Christopher. Christopher says, Yasto and G Hammer Empress, hello. Zach needs to come back to DC now. Yes. Thank you. Yes, we want him back.
We are reading the chats, Yasto, don't worry.
Yeah, a season, Slavery Game says, season 3 will be like John Cena. No one will see it. Great. On point. On point.
On point, Leon.
For the imperium must not fail. Imperium we prevail. The warriors march with sacred might. Their purpose burning crystal bright. To lift the throne world from its plight and guard humanity's light.